I was not paying attention to what they were saying, so now we gotta figure out what to do. What the heck is this? Here we go. I think I figured it out. Oh! Red hot azuki bean soup. Gross. I don't like beans. We are back, everyone, with your boy Zero.
Yes, and I am Mash.
That's right. And we are continuing our playthrough of Digimon Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory.
Oh, yeah.
Last time we left off, yeah, we do actually have Ogremon with us. We digivolved them from a Goblimon last time.
Yeah, I like that one. I think out of all the Digimon, that's like the most metal Digimon.
He really is.
No.
I mean, the guy's got, well, he's got metal in the club. He's got screws and stuff into
Leather,
it.
spikes, the long hair, the horns, you know, he's got the full...
Check them
he's
earrings.
ugly.
Look at those are
ugly
some
as
pretty
can.
metal earrings. Just
Oh, yeah.
saying.
Crash has earrings too, doesn't he?
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't have earrings? I could
He
have
does
sworn
not
he did.
have. He does not have earrings.
I thought he did. Well, never mind. I'm misremembering, but we're back at the cafe, aren't we?
Yes, that's where we left off last time. It's coming back to me now. We're supposed to be taking this young lady somewhere.
Mm.
I don't remember where though. So we're gonna figure that out as we play.
Yeah.
How does that sound, Mash?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we you know, we record these long plays in chunks every once in a while, and sometimes you forget. You know, we should really write things down. So
We
just have a
really
notepad.
should, but we're just not good at writing stuff down, dude. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Man, we're just really bad at that.
Well-
All right. This says new. This says new. So I'm gonna go ahead and say this is where we gotta go.
Sure. Now, do we kind of leave the cyber world, or do we go to like a part of the cyber world that looks a lot different than just blue everywhere?
I wish I could tell you yes, but since I played the last Cyber Sleuth game all the way through, and I'm now slowly going through whatever parts I didn't finish on my Vita. Not really. A change of color or a change of like how everything looks would have been nice, but we also have to remember that these games were initially developed first for the PS Vita. So I'm pretty
That's hard.
yeah. So I'm pretty sure that's one of the reasonings as to why we're seeing mostly blue cyberspace.
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure one of the Sword Art Online games was one of the ones that I got was also originally for either the Vita or maybe even the PSP, and then they put it up to PS4. I mean, I kind of like when they do that, but at the same time, part of me is a little sad that something that would have been exclusive to the Vita now is not exclusive to the Vita. You know, now they. I mean, this was like over a year ago at this point, maybe longer, but they ported Persona 4 Golden to everything, essentially. I think it's on Switch now, too, so... You know, it used to be basically, like, the best JRPG exclusive on the Vita. And that's it. That was the only way that you could play it. It was the only way you could play that version of Persona 4, which most people say is the best one. And, yeah, and now you can just play it anywhere, so it's not as meaningful.
Here's the thing, because Matt, I agree with you. It sucks that a system that we both love and just adore and wish had gotten a better, you know, treatment, at least by Sony here in the States and elsewhere. It sucks that it's losing exclusives to it, but what makes me more happy as a gamer and as a game preservationist. There we go. That was a hard word. Big word for Zero. As a game preservationist, I think it's also great that now a game that used to be locked away onto a system that not a lot of people got, that kind of game is now available almost anywhere. Yeah. Like it's a good and a bad thing, because now anybody who would have wanted to play it and would go the distance to pay $200-something for a used Vita that's probably damaged, now they don't have to do that. They just pay 30-40 bucks and play it in whatever system they want. Yeah. So that's a good thing. So I think when it comes to stuff like that, we got to remember as gamers, the more important thing is to make sure that people get to play these games, because if there's no way to play it other than spending an arm and a leg on a system that you probably don't want or need, you know, it's better to just be able to have it.
Nah, just keep it locked on the Vita, the greatest console of all time. I mean, you know, it might just be something that's built into us as old school gamers, which is like, you know, console wars and exclusives was such a big deal. That was so important. You know, you buy a PS3 because you want this game, that game, and that, and you can't get it anywhere else. Or a 360, you know, a Wii, I guess. So it was like, you know, I mean, that was like built into us as gamers because they marketed so heavily on get this console over this one because, you know, you can only play these games there. And, I mean, sometimes it really just feels like that doesn't matter as much as it used to. There's like a handful of exclusives per platform, per console, but for the most part, it's like whatever. You can always just get it on PC or something.
Here's where here's the thing. If you had spoken to me back in high school about this, I would have been 100% on the side of, no, it shouldn't lose its exclusive. It sucks. I don't want it to lose its exclusive or whatever. I'd be all on board with that idea because, again, the console wars, especially in the 360, PS3, and Wii generations, they were rough. People were really choosing sides, and the generation before that, I didn't even care. If it were up to me, I would have had every console possible just to play whatever game I wanted. When it came to PS3, Xbox 360, at least, because the Wii wasn't really considered much of a system, that battle really became like bad. People would really argue on the playground and in classrooms and in lunchrooms. No, the PS3's better. Those graphics are great, and Uncharted is awesome. Screw you, man! Master Chief Race all the way. Like it was like that. It sucked.
Yeah, again, it was the marketing like really riled up all the youths, and I think I told this story before, but I remember when I was in middle school, there was a kid that had his thing was just like he wanted to get a new console, but he just didn't know which one. You know, it was either the GameCube, the PS2, or the Xbox. It was only going to be one of those two. It wasn't going to be anything else. So I guess instead of doing his own research or going like, well, I want these games over these games, he literally went around the entire class, really the entire school, and he had a big list of paper, a big paper, and had a list of names on it, and he was basically asking everyone, what should I get for my birthday? Should I get an Xbox, a PS2, or a GameCube? That was his thing, and I think I was the only person that put GameCube because I was really big into Nintendo back then, and I don't know what we ended up getting. I think it may have been an Xbox. I'm just guessing at this point, but that was really funny. Like the one guy that went against the grain. He was like, nah, I'm not gonna buy into all this marketing. I'm just gonna let everyone else pick for me. just random. Who cares? God bless him.
I mean, I gotta be honest. That was probably a smarter way of going about it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
you wanted to be more popular and like, you know, play what everyone else is playing, I guess.
Because here's the thing. By the end of high school, my mentality started changing when it came to gaming. Especially because, you know, being a gamer just means playing games and trying to enjoy as many games as you can. You shouldn't make it like a whole freaking tribal war thing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree.
And geez, how else should I say? Should I describe it? Every console had its thing. And there's a reason why exclusives are becoming very, very difficult. Consoles are becoming much more and more simpler. Like the most complicated of a console we were ever going to get was the PS3 and the 360. That's it. Those consoles were, well, the PS3 more than 360, were hyper complicated to develop for. And developers hated that shit. And if you can't get your developers on your console, let's not forget the early years of the PS3. If you can't get developers on your consoles, you don't have one. So both Sony and Microsoft kind of agreed, yeah, we gotta build this for developers first, so that way gamers can choose our console. And that's kind of how it went. By doing that, exclusives kind of became a non-starter. You can't really have an exclusive. If your game is built... One second, is this it? No. If your console... If you can't...
Homogenized.
Yeah, if your consoles are more homogenized, if your consoles all work closer to how computers work, which is what developers want, why the hell would you keep your game on one console when you can pretty much almost double your money and release it on more platforms?
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
I think also from like a business standpoint, it doesn't make sense either, because as a developer, you want as many people to play your game as possible, because it'll increase, I mean, it's everything, you know. More people that play it, more exposure, obviously more funding, more income, more profits from it. Now, if the platform company provides you with like a nice little stack of cash to, hey, make this an exclusive for us, you know, obviously, and they would have an incentive to do that too, because now they can say they have an exclusive. If they do that, maybe they can offset some of that stuff for funding, but still, I mean, you're limiting, you're basically cutting your potential audience in half. I mean,
yep,
we've talked about it a couple times before, I know, but like Sunset Overdrive, that
absolutely,
was a game that both of us were hyped for. Yeah, because we both love Insomniac. We're huge fans of Ratchet and Clank. And then when they announced that that was going to be exclusive to the Xbone, it was like, oh, well, that sucks.
Yeah, it kind of became a gut punch.
Yeah, it did. It really felt like it, because we thought that Insomniac was like Sony for life, but that just wasn't the case. And you know, this really interesting, very enticing concept for a game is coming out, and it's only going to be exclusive to a console that you don't have. I was definitely disappointed. Now it's available on Steam too, so you can also just get it on Steam.
I have it on Steam.
I think I might have it too, and I just have not played it. So you know, it just goes to show you. I mean, like we could have been huge fans of Insomniac. Who knows? This could have been or Insomniac. We could have been huge fans of Sunset Overdrive. This could have been two Sunset Overdrive gamers. Like that's the whole channel. That's just what we do. You know, you never know. You never know. But because it was exclusive to a console we didn't have, obviously we never even got to experience it. I don't even know if it's good.
I heard that it was good, but that it had issues. I mean, what game doesn't have its issues? Hell, I'm playing through Pokemon Scarlet and Violet right now. And
oh my god.
it has its issues. That. I mean, well, first I want to finish this conversation, and then I'll talk about it. First, let me do this thing, because a couple episodes ago we realized what it is that we got to do with these.
Yeah.
Oh, cool, metal. Cool.
We catch on quick. There's only like what, almost 10 episodes we didn't know that.
All right, so this ain't right. God damn it. I'm gonna research what it is we got to do, because I'm wasting time. Okay, I know what we're supposed to be doing now, but let me finish that thought real quick, Nanners, because yeah, I was gonna say, like, yeah, Sunset Overdrive. It became that one game we couldn't access for a couple years. It came out on Steam. I got it on a sale. I have it, and I desperately want to play it. And like I was saying, of course it's gonna have its issues. I mean, any game that's come out in the last decade has had its issues on launch, unfortunately.
Yep.
I mean, hell, imagine being Microsoft, having your flagship game Halo come out with major issues. Like that's pretty bad.
That is really bad, yeah. Yeah, no, it's Gran Turismo was not buggy, but it was put together poorly.
Yeah.
You know, like some of the things that they did, Polyphony really made
the microtransactions really piss people off.
And the DRM,
yeah,
really pisses me off in particular.
Likewise.
Yeah. Because my internet likes to go out sometimes while I'm in the middle of a race. That's not fun.
And I also wanted to mention this before we move on to the next topic about, games and how they're changing, is that we're never going to see the kind of exclusivity when it comes to games like we did in the PS2 era. It's just not going to happen anymore.
No.
Like, almost anything and everything came out on the PS2. Let's not even kid ourselves. And there was a reason. The PS2 came out, Sony did the smart thing. Releasing a brand new console with better graphics, more capabilities, a popular name, PlayStation, and including a DVD player, which everybody and their mother wanted to get their hands on ever since like the late 90s. Came out in 2000. Like, you're telling me I can get a brand new console, the second generation of the PlayStation, which blew everybody out of the water, and it plays DVDs. They can't capture lightning in a bottle like that again. Because Blu-ray, even till this day, Blu-rays are not as popular as DVDs.
Oh. That's a lost battle. I don't remember. I think I was watching like AVGN or someone. He was talking about like the painstaking process it would be to convert your entire DVD collection into Blu-ray, which is, like essentially what people would do from like VHS. Like they would have like a whole collection of movies and stuff in VHS. Well, now I gotta get on DVD. Now the DVD is the new thing. Well, then to Blu-ray, it was like, I mean, yeah, it looks good, but like, is it even really worth it to do it at this point? And they're like mega expensive and stuff.
That's the thing. AVGN and you right now, you're hitting the nail on the head. Blu-rays are more expensive. They're also more durable. I mean, hell, you can scratch a PS3, PS4, or PS5 disc, at least attempt to scratch it, and it'll still play. A DVD, you give it a kiss and it won't play. Like, let's not even joke. That's how it kind of works. CDs were even worse. But let's also not forget that VHSs were fucking trash. All right? The more you use the VHS, like if you have a favorite movie on VHS and you just constantly watched it, by the time you get older and you want to rewatch it again, the picture quality is going to be trash.
Yeah, because it was like a physical thing that has to turn in order for you to be able to, like, it's so crazy to think that was just normal when we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
But in this day, it's like, oh my God, it was a physical mechanism that's turning inside of a giant rectangular piece of plastic container in order to make stuff happen. Now we just put a thing in, put like a clean disc into a tray, and then you go. People are moving away from that. My computer doesn't even have a disc tray anymore.
Yo,
because some people don't need them.
It's the thing. The reason why the reason why Blu-rays. Oh, is this the metal guy? I think it is. The reason why Blu-rays are not as popular as DVDs is because of online streaming. Netflix became a really big thing, and it still kind of is.
Didn't Netflix originally start as like a DVD rental place or something?
It did.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, look, we could go to Ikebukuro.
Yep, but right now we're in Shinjuku, and I know this place very well because...
I think that...
Yes?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, because I was going to say, this exact same map, was in the last game, so I've been here plenty of times.
Okay, so you're basically... Is it... Like, did they change a lot about it, or is it like Yakuza style, where it's basically the same thing?
I think it's basically the same thing. Of course, they still have the freaking invisible walls, which I hate.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it looks like everything is pretty similar.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were saying?
I was gonna say, I think Ikebukuro was featured in one of my favorite anime of all time, Durarara. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was either that or something that starts with an A, but I don't remember. I've been like meaning to go back and watch anime for so long, like rewatch stuff. My plan 3 months ago, or 4 months ago, my plan after I finished Initial D, watching it with Kugla, and then watching the rest of it by myself, was I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch something else now. I watched Bento, and I'm like, all right, I watched something else.
Yo,
and I'm
Bento was great.
I like Bento, yeah. Let's not say great. It was good. But
It was fun, especially that scene with the freaking Saturn and it just got tossed out the window.
yeah,
That shit was
yeah,
funny.
that was a good one. That was a good one. But I needed something new, so I was gonna rewatch the original Durarara, and since it was airing on Adult Swim back in the day, while I was catching new episodes as they aired, um, they put out like new seasons. So there's new content that I haven't experienced. So I wanted to catch up the story since I haven't watched it in so long, and then watch all the new stuff just to see if it's like any good. Because I love that show. That show was great. Probably from the kind of like my college days of watching Adult Swim, not my younger days of watching Adult Swim, because I don't think it was a show yet at that point. From my college days of watching Adult Swim, I think top 5 shows would be like Inuyasha, Bebop, Ghost in the Shell, Durarara. I think that's how it would go. Like top 4, and then I don't know what 5 would be, but those 4 would round out. But Durarara is definitely up there, because like if it was on, I was watching it. That's how much I enjoyed it.
I hear you. Again, I'm trying to catch up with some anime as well. Again, late last year, I told you I finally watched all the way through Outlaw Star. Freaking awesome.
I started that too. Oh man, I need to pick that up again.
Dude, it's good. You really do need to finish it. It does get a little bit weird, but it's good.
Yeah.
And then of course, I also, you know, I started watching Yu Yu Hakusho piecemeal throughout like this year, and I don't hate it, but I'm not in love with it.
Right.
Like it's a little bit difficult for me to get through it, and I totally understand why as a kid I wasn't super excited about it, because the story beats, they're well paced, but it's also slow. So like it's a well-paced slow show, and it's making me go like, man, it takes 3 episodes for them to, you know, complete their task. What the fuck?
It's like driving a slow car fast.
Yes.
Yeah, I totally get you. Yeah, no, I mean, if I recommend Yu Yu Hakusho to anyone, definitely anime, great, fantastic anime, but the manga was amazing. I think when I finished reading it, I was like, this is gonna be, this might be my favorite manga of all time. If it wasn't for the original Parasite manga, I think I would have just straight up said no, Yu Yu Hakusho, best manga of all time. But Parasite is still up there. I have a lot of sentimental. I have a lot of cement value with that one, so you know, gotta keep that one on top. Have you ever read or watched Parasite?
None.
Are you familiar with Parasite?
I've heard of it.
Okay. You know, it's the one with he's got the alien in his hand. Wouldn't that be crazy to just have an alien in your hand? Like, damn, what the fuck?
Left or right hand?
Actually, I don't remember. I think it's right, but I don't remember. That's how big of a fan I am. I don't even remember which hand.
Oh, that would suck.
No. Oh, it's funny. Oh yeah, they play on that a lot. Like, there's a lot of times when they're like making fun of the fact that, hey, wouldn't it be kind of silly if you had an alien that can shapeshift in your hand, and it's also like capable of making knives and stuff out of nowhere in like everyday normal situations? And the show, because I watched Parasite Entered the Maxim or something like that, Metal Gear Rising, whatever. I watched the show and it was good, but the manga, like, sometimes it would just cut to like a really dumb humorous thing of like Shinji is in the like bathroom and he's washing his hands, and then suddenly the alien like makes it really awkward for him to be able to do that in the first place. It was great. I love those. It actually reminds me of Yu Yu Hakusho, because in Yu Yu Hakusho, oftentimes they would have these like silly face moments where they would just they'd cut to Yusuke, and he's got like he doesn't have a normal face. He's got like an anime cat face because something ridiculous just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are great.
I miss that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's nice. That's good art. I used to take pictures of that with my phone.
Oh
I was like, that was a good one. I'm gonna take a picture of that.
Oh, cool. We got an HP capsule B.
Nice.
Get items. Farm.
Yo, we playing Minecraft now? What is this?
Treadmill. Alright, well.
Actually,
Let's.
probably looks closer to Dragon Quest Builders, which is the Dragon Quest version of Minecraft. Would you play a Minecraft type game if it was Digimon?
I don't know.
Like Digimon Craft or something, or Digimon Builders?
I don't know. I honestly don't know, cause I played Minecraft a little bit, and I don't hate it, but again, I'm not in love with it.
Well, the rest of the world is apparently. It was. I wanna look back at like how popular that game was in the grand scheme of like compared to just other, other video games. I feel like if it's not Fortnite, I would imagine Minecraft is probably the most popular game of all time, or something like that. Oh, hold on, it takes a little bit of Google. I'm gonna Google it.
Please do. Anyway, going back to games and stuff that we're playing. I mean, actually, no, wait. Let's go to anime because Pokemon is another anime that that I seldom watch nowadays. I used to be into it back in the day, but it became way too episodic as I grew older, especially in like the 3rd generation of Pokemon. And I was just like, I can't do this anymore. So I would check back every once in a while, like when you check back on a friend that you don't speak to often. Like, oh, I wonder what's going on here. Oh, okay. What's going on here? Oh, okay. Oh, he's on an island now. Cool, okay. And just as I was going to check back in Pokemon to see what's happening, apparently Ash finally becomes like the world champion. And,
what's up with that?
And the internet loses its holy shit. It's that freaking octopus thingy. Talking about anime. Yeah, no, the internet lost its literal shit. Like, even on the TV screens on the buildings in Japan, like, they freaking put it up there like, yo, Ash finally made it, holy shit. And it's kind of wild because Pokemon just came out with a new game. You know? Pokemon came out with a new game, Scarlet and Violet.
Yep.
And
they're flawless.
Not flawless, but I'm having fun with them. But people are wondering, like, what's gonna happen with Ash now? Like, he accomplished his dream. He accomplished his dream. What's gonna happen now?
He's gonna become a SoundCloud rapper.
That'd be funny. So people are saying like this is a little weird. The new game just came out, and historically the game first comes out and then the anime follows suit. So people are wondering, is Ash even going to continue his journey, or are we going to like follow a new person? It's likely, I believe in a recent tweet by the animators and the showrunners, that Ash is indeed going to continue his journey. I just don't know how. Maybe he'll take somebody under his wing and that's how it'll continue, which would make it different and cool.
I want them to do time skip, because I don't like time skips. It's just it's always weird. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, dude, that was never supposed to happen. He was never supposed to be the world champion. It's like, you're right though. He shouldn't be able to continue his journey anymore because he accomplished his goal.
Yeah.
That was his lifelong goal, was to be the world champion, and now he is. After like, was it 10 attempts or something like that? How many times did he try?
So
I saw something in this double digits.
I think we are in the double digits at this point, if not very close to it.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, I was actually happy when in the first season he didn't become the world champ. He didn't become the Pokemon Master in like his region in Kanto. I was happy that he had him because it makes no sense. The guy is still a newbie. How the hell is a kid that literally just started a year ago gonna be like, yeah, power of friendship and my Pokemon, we're gonna become the best? No. He made it top 16, I believe it was. And I'm like, okay, that's fair. That I'll accept. Like, you don't tell me he's gonna be the freaking champion already. And he only kept improving as he kept going to new areas.
Yeah.
Which I thought was good. So when he came in runner-up in the last season, I think it was, I was like, oh, maybe he'll become runner-up again. Like, what's gonna end up happening? So I saw the fight between Pikachu and the other guy's Charizard. It was Pikachu versus Charizard of all things. It was really well fought. It was wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Also,
no, go ahead.
oh no, you go ahead. You were finished.
And it was quite emotional because there were points in time where Pikachu looked like he was just gonna pass out, and Ash kept cheering him on, and Pikachu had like this freaking fever dream of the other Pokemon that they've met throughout the years cheering him on. There were also flashes of people, you know, that were with him, all the previous, I guess we can call them girlfriends of his, because they kept changing every fucking season. Brock and stuff, Misty and shit. They were all like hoping that he would win. So it was a nice sentiment and stuff, but people were saying that it would have been better, a more cathartic victory, if Ash had actually become the Pokemon Master in Kanto, like went all the way back home, went through to get all the badges again, and went into the Pokemon League again, and then just win. Like that would have been more cathartic for us. And I'm like,
the hometown hero.
yeah, and I would have been, and I kind of agree with that. Now, if he goes and does that, it's like, okay, yeah, of course he does that now. So it's a little weird.
It is a little weird. So just for reference, and mind you, this is only according to sales, because we live in the age now where we have free to play. So Fortnite probably would be on top of this.
Yeah.
But it's actually, you don't pay for Fortnite, so it's not really going to be on this list. So the number one game, I called it, it's Minecraft. It's Minecraft by like a lot. Like practically 70,000 copies. Sorry, 70,000 sales more than the next one, which is actually kind of surprising me. I didn't think it was this big, but Grand Theft Auto 5.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, and then it's Tetris, which I guess it just means the original concept of Tetris or something. I don't think it's like a specific version, because it says Tetris and then in brackets EA, but whatever. Then it's a game that's only here because of Gimmick, which is Wii Sports. It's actually fourth with 82,900,000 copies sold, of course, on the Wii. Again, I mean, at that point, it was such a craze. It was like the trendy new thing. Everyone wanted to have a Wii and play Wii Sports, and 90% of them probably forgot that they even had this console 2 weeks later. Followed by PUBG, Super Mario Brothers, so another retro game. And then the list goes on. There is some Pokemon here. There's some more Rockstar. So, yeah, I mean, I think Minecraft just won the video game war at some point. It just became insanely marketable and popular, and I don't know. I don't think anything's gonna dethrone Minecraft. I don't think we're gonna get much bigger than it. At least not in like the next 5 or so years.
It's tough. It's tough to dethrone a game that is available everywhere. One, is easy to pick up and play and put down and then go back and continue playing it. Two, has a thriving community that you can find a spot in anywhere. Three, and then again, you can just do whatever the fuck you want. People have built working computers inside of Minecraft. What kind of shit is that? So it's rough. It's rough to dethrone something like that. And it's likely not going to happen within our time and within our lifetime. Or maybe it will, who knows? Technology advances really quick. Can't be closed-minded about that kind of stuff.
No, not whatsoever.
I was not paying attention to what they were saying, so now we got to figure out what to do. What the heck is this? Here we go. I think I figured it out. Oh! Red hot Azuki bean soup. Gross. I don't like beans. I was in a hurry and bought a weird flavor. Shit. So this is a character, again, from the previous game. I forgot what her name is. And... oh, okay, weird. And that weird old guy that was hunched over and we were speaking to earlier in the game, he's also from the previous game. So I'm getting a lot of flashbacks right now of seeing these characters.
Nice that they have like little throwbacks and stuff.
But yeah, Yeah, going back to very popular games that will likely not get dethroned, Nintendo will never lose the Pokemon games. And yeah, when it comes to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, going back to it, I have been 1 second. I have been playing through Scarlet, and it is kind of buggy. I have not experienced the kind of bugs and crashes and stuff that other people have been dealing with. However, what I have been dealing with is a lot of slowdown, because whenever you go into a populated city in that game, the Switch either has really has a horrible time keeping up with all the moving objects, but also the game is just not optimized properly for the Switch. It just isn't.
Yeah.
And that's very apparent. And
Yeah.
it sucks because it shouldn't be that way. But go ahead, sorry.
Dude, it's like I had this. Oh man, I don't want to give away our Game of the Year stuff, but I definitely had this problem with the Switch this year, and yeah, I mean, it's like I really feel like they need to put out a Switch Pro. The Switch is on life support with some of these new games that are coming out. It got so bad with me in recent years, because it wasn't just this year, but like in recent years. So like finally, the game that I was waiting for a while came out, and I played it, and it was only available on the Switch at the time. So of course I got on the Switch, and it had so much like slowdown and annoying stuff that I finally said, if it's a game that I care about, like really care about, I'm not buying it on the Switch. Not until they make like a Switch 2 that's more capable, because it ruined the experience for me. I was going in this year thinking this is going to be my Game of the Year 100%, and I don't think I'm going to be able to say that. I don't think so, because the experience was ruined for me. Now they re-released it on Steam, and I'm like, you know, I could have just waited like the 6 months or whatever it was and played a version that's actually stable, like that actually works properly. So that was a crappy feeling. I've really been disappointed in the Switch lately. It's good for indie games and stuff, but like, man, I don't know. I don't like playing these bigger games on it anymore.
It's gonna be rough for the Switch going forward, because I'm positive that Game Freak could have gotten this game running better if Nintendo would stop pushing them so far. Because let's be honest, they could get it working, they could tone down the graphics a little bit more, which would suck because the Switch can't really handle a lot of graphics and a lot of objects at the same time because of its limited hardware, but that's how you kind of optimize a game to run smoothly. And yeah, the Switch is coming on 6 years old, dude. It's not in a good position right now to be accepting, or not accepting, but gaining these new games. It's just not going to be, it's not going to be running that well anytime soon. So what Nintendo needs to do is upgrade the hardware and make it backwards compatible so that people don't feel like, oh shit, I'm abandoning all my old games again. Like, that's going to really suck.
Yeah.
You want to know what else really sucks, by the way?
Playing bigger budget games on the Switch. Yeah, I agree, 100%.
That does indeed suck, but our episode's also up, so
No,
it is, yeah.
Oh wow,
Spent a
look at
lot of
the
time talking. Yeah, so I want to thank everyone for watching, obviously. Thank you guys for tuning in.
That's right. Yeah, thank you guys so much for catching another episode of Digimon. I felt like there was not as much Digimon in this episode. We pretty much just tangented the whole way, but we hopefully you enjoyed that while we're trying to get through the game and have some fun. And definitely make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and catch you on the next episode.
That's right. Take care, everyone.
Bye.